Okay, here we go. Here's a couple of different, you're not gonna see my face for most of this because I got the wide angle out.
Hi, Jason.
And my wife says hello. These are awesome. They're a little bit more syrupy, but they're also, this little jar is also 25 bucks. So this is like special occasion. This is those Bada Bing cherries. They're expensive for cherries, but it's 8 bucks, so not too bad. Couple of things. Whenever you get ready to pour your whiskey after we mix it up, ice ball in here. 2 different types of ice. You want different ice in here, and then you're going to pour it over ice in here. I don't like to use ice cubes because they melt quicker and water it down, and it takes the ice ball less amount of time to melt instead of just filling it up with crushed ice or something like that. So, not a whole lot of sugar. I got this little wooden spoon. This is probably like maybe half a teaspoon. For both Jess and I'll do like 1 full one and then just like a little smidge. So for you, half a teaspoon. Don't overdo it on the bitters. If you do too much bitters, then that's all you're going to taste. So if I'm making one for both of us, I'll usually do 1, 2, 3. So you could probably just do 1 dash, maybe do 2. You might like it with a little bit more. 2 won't overdo it, but a lot of times in restaurants and stuff, like if you see somebody making your old fashioned, they're over here with the bitters, that's a surefire way to tell that the bartender doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. You don't need a muddler. I have a muddler, but it's got teeth on it, so I actually end up using the other end of the muddler a lot because it's smoother. Because I use that turbinado sugar, so it's more coarse than a lot of people that use like simple syrup or something like that. So you can use, what works great is the end of a wooden spoon. If you're going to do that, just kind of $30 seconds or so, just till you can kind of start to smell the bitters. And like I said, you can use a muddler and get in there. That works fine. Just the type of muddler that I have it, and the fact that I like to use the turbinado sugar, a lot of it gets stuck in there and I end up having to rinse it off anyway. Okay, bourbon. I'm using the good shit tonight, but it doesn't really matter. Don't use cheap bourbon like I told you. Elijah Craig, Old Forester. I'll make Eagle Rare. Oh, I forgot about that one. But that's kind of hard to find where you guys are. It's not as hard to find here. So, pour your bourbon in. Then get your, before you put ice in your mixing cup, gotta get your ice balls. Don't forget your balls.
I like big balls.
I got both of these on Amazon for like $9, so not expensive. And that's $9 total for all of them. And I like this one too because it's already got the spouts on it. All right. And you want to do that first for 2 before you put ice in here and in here for 2 reasons. You don't want to use the same ice that's in here in your mixed drink. You want to strain all that out of there. And 2, you don't want to put ice in here while you're fucking around with this and then the ice is melting when you can be shaking it up. So you don't want to dilute your cocktail. ice in. If you don't have one like this with a strainer, you can use 2 pint glasses, or if you just have a mixing cup with no strainer, no top to it, put a pint glass in it, shake it up. 15-20 seconds. Basically until it starts to like get almost too cold to handle, because with the ice bath it'll get cold real quick. Pour over your ice cube. I usually like to do about 2/3 just to make sure that it'll be even. And I'll start going back and forth. And you can shake some of that turbinado out of there to kind of give it a nice little sweet kick. Orange, you can just do it with if you want a thicker piece, you can do it with a knife if you got a potato peeler. Most of the time in the bar, you'll see guys use some type of potato peeler, but just kind of take your time, dig into it so you can get a pretty good piece. Take this and squeeze it over top of it and then run it around the rim. So what you're doing is you just want the oils from the orange to get into the glass. And then twist it, put it in there. I kind of like using the knife, and this is just me being bougie, but you can cut a little thicker piece of peel. Well, that didn't work. As opposed to the peeler. And it stays together a little bit better. And then it twists a little better. So it makes it pretty. Cherry, the last thing. So I usually do whatever juice is in the teaspoon from getting it out of the jar. I realize these are a lot of finite details, but you know, it's good, so I'm just telling you everything that I do. And then, like, I don't know if you can see that, not really, about another half teaspoon, and then just splash it on top. No need to stir. It'll mix itself while you drink. And there it is, brother.